Right, we're going to have a go at fitting the front and rear scrolling indicators. So first thing, I disconnected the battery and I dropped the tailpiece. There's only one connector to undo and it's just here and it's dead easy. There's a little tab, you just hold it and pull it apart. And there's 3 bolts holding the whole thing on. Dead easy, took less than 5 minutes to take the whole thing off. What we then have to do is take the number plate off here, split these 2 halves, and the connection is within the cavity here for the 2 indicators. Yeah, they look nice, a bit glossy. But I do know, I downloaded the instructions for these, and I must admit the dealer did warn me, saying, look, we think we have to fit these. And you get an inkling when you download the instructions and it says follow the service manual to dismantle the bike to change your indicators, and then reprogram them with the Triumph service tool. Right, so what I'm going to do is physically fit the indicators myself, and on this first service I'll get Triumph to program them in. What I'm hoping is they'll work as normal indicators and not scroll, and they just have to program them to scroll. If not, I'll get on with doing some of the other stuff like the engine protection and stuff like that, because I've got to start removing fairings and stuff to do some of the other stuff. So anyway, this really was 5 minutes to get off. A few bolts. That rubber bit just fell off. And I just need to split this and get to the connections under here to change these indicators. So the rear is easy. I'd say the front is going to be more difficult. I'm going to have to start taking fairings off. So you take off the 2 little screws here and here, but you've also got to take off the indicator screws, and that allows you to split the 2 halves and get to the wiring. Simples. This white connector here is for the rear number plate light, so I don't want to touch that. I just want to take this bracket. No, it's exposed here. Here are my indicator connections. I just swap my indicators and change those. Yeah, they feel really nice. I think they're aluminium bodied, a little bit weight to them, cold to touch. They look well. Now what I'm going to do before I yank the old indicators off is take a picture or a bit of a video of the wiring layout, just so I can match it. It doesn't matter which you use on the right or the left hand side, as long as your right hand one is connecting to the right hand connector and your left hand one's connecting to the left hand connector. So I'm just holding on the tailpiece by 1 bolt, bolted in from the bottom, threaded in the connector from the hole in the bottom. There's a rubber gasket between the bottom of the bike and this to stop water getting in. And then I just need to thread that through and remake the connection. Easy peasy. If you had all the tools at hand and stuff like that, 20 minutes tops, but maybe allow yourself half an hour if you're going to do it leisurely, like me. I just moved my USB socket out the way, took 2 seconds. Just to give me easier access to those 2 bolts there, which is 2 of the 3 that are holding on that whole tail tidy. Well, not tail tidy, tail piece. So what I might do, I might reconnect the battery and just see if they work as normal indicators. Well, this is interesting. I haven't taken it to the dealer to program my indicators, and it's scrolling all by itself. And the front one is acting normally. So I'm hoping when I got the front ones on, they auto scroll as well. So it looks like you might not have to take it to the dealer to activate the scrolling. That the functionality is already in there. Cool. Do you know what? They're quite a lot brighter. So good news. So I'll disconnect the battery again and let's see what I can do about the front indicators. I've got a feeling there's a bit of fairing removal to be going on here. So what I've decided to do, you can subscribe to the Triumph service manuals. So you just go to their URL. You can set up a free account, and you can do that without paying for anything, and get some information about your model and stuff like that. But then if you subscribe, you have access to the service manuals, service bulletins, some more technical information and stuff like that. Some tabs are blocked, but if I go in here, for instance, what was this? A bulletin, technical bulletin. Okay, it's more to do with the dealer. It's about commissioning the bike and stuff like that. But it's interesting to know what technical notes the dealers get, I guess. Let's go back to what I'm more interested in. So the service manual. You can get all your torque resources and stuff like that. What am I interested in? Electrical and removal and install of electrical items. Go down to my indicators, front direction indicators, removal. Let's have a look. Yeah. Right. This looks easy. I've just got to remove this infill panel, either side, and that will give me access. Okay, that will give me access to the cable. This looks like it's going to be almost as easy, if not easier, than the rear. So that's handy. So yeah, this subscription cost me, I think it came up on the screen there for a minute, €6.83 a month. You can unsubscribe anytime you like. But while you're fitting the accessories, it might be a good idea to subscribe to this. And the more bikes you put on it, you can have a multi-bike subscription. It costs less each bike it had, up to 3 bikes by the looks of it. But lots of great information. And of course, all your torque settings in one handy location and stuff like that. So let's get on and get these front indicators fitted. I recommend this service to anybody. It's excellent. Well, that is good news. After reviewing the documentation, we've got to take out 2 blanking panels on the inside, and there's just 5 push rivets either side. So we'll do that first. I don't have a ramp, so I've got to get my hands and knees for this. One. Once you pop the middle bit, you can get them out with your fingers. A bit tricky, but you can. It's the third one I got out on the side there, and there's one horizontal up top. He's out. One more to go up there in the tunnels. Now, one of the poppers that you need to undo for the lower infill is underneath this. So you take out the popper holding this in and just pull it away. It just pulls inwards and comes out. Underneath there you'll find another couple of relays and more fuses. So if you're out in the open road and you're checking your fuses, it's easy to check these. You just got to take one popper out. And you'll see just in here, I've got one more popper there which was hidden, which was covered by that panel holding this infill in. So that's why I had to take that off. And that's it, the whole infill panel comes off. It's real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5th one on the outside, which uncovers another one here. So you end up taking 6 of those out. So we can see everything's exposed now. I just need to undo that little nut, the other side of the indicator there. And okay, the wiring isn't quite where they said it would be. It's a bit untidy, but look, we'll make it work. This is the connector on the end of the actual indicator. So when you're trying to undo these, you're just trying to pull that tab away to be able to pull the 2 wires apart, or the connectors apart. So it's just this little tab you're trying to pull back, that's all. Doesn't take much once you start how to do it. I managed to hold the nut the other side, but I'll need a spanner for it the other way when I'm tightening it up, and draw that out, the fairing. Easy, very easy. Right, these are just the same as the rear, only there's no color coding on this one, so it's all black cabling which designates them as the front indicators. Just feed our line through. Oh, that's going to look nice. We'll bolt those up to start with before we do any of the wiring. And you'll just have to take my word for it that I tuck the wires in nice and neatly like that, which I will do. It's dead easy to do. Putting that infill panel back in is trivial. Just when you're doing your poppers, pop your popper back out. Make sure it's sticking out like that. Get it in the panel, and once it's fully in the panel, just push that popper back in. That's it. I'm lying on my back looking up at the forks. You can see that horizontal one there. Dead easy. Dead easy to go down. And the rest behind here. The other three, and then the two on the top, which you get to from the top. Once you have those poppers out, those 6 poppers, it really is an easy thing to just drop that out. Very easy. Now we have access to our second indicator setup. Here's our next indicator. We just need to break the connection there, undo the indicator bolt from the inside. Easy peasy. This one's routed a bit better. Right hand side done. Wiring all good inside. It really is trivial. Give it a go. Right, that really was easy. Start to finish, putting that indicator on there. I'd say no more than 6 or 7 minutes. Taking the poppers off, taking that panel off, taking this panel off, and 1 nut and bolt to fit the indicator, 1 connector. Very easy to do. Right, battery's reconnected. Let's see what happens. Right, working as normal. Cool. Front and rear working perfectly. Doing their scrolly thing. They're very bright. Very bright. Much brighter than the originals. I thought these were going to be a little bit naff, I'll be perfectly honest with you. But I actually like them now. Shit, I'm gonna go and have to buy an Audi car now. Hazards! Yeah, they complement the bike nice. A lot of the gloss black on this model. And they kind of keep the thing going, the gloss black on the indicators. Best of all, I didn't have to pay the Triumph dealer to fit them or program them. They worked straight off the bat. Fantastic. So now I've taken some of those infill panels off and seen how some of these things come off very easily and seen some of the inside attachments of the fairing. I think that's going to be fairly easy to take the fairing off as well to get the engine and frame protector stuff on there. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh my God, guys, if there's any North American viewers watching this and they've got all the way to the end here, I'll get my apology in now. You can't use these, not without breaking the law anyway. The official line is, for the US and Canadian markets only, this accessory kit does not comply with F/CMVSS 108. The fitting of this accessory kit is at the owner's risk. If you use a motorcycle fitted with this kit on public roads, you may be prosecuted. Yeah, it's kind of unlikely really, isn't it? But I don't know. Maybe North American viewers, all 4 of you, could put a comment in the bottom and tell me whether you're allowed to use those or not. Next episode, buoyed by the fact that it was so easy to get some of those fairing components off, we'll do the engine and frame protector kits. Yeah. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you don't want to miss that. What do we think?